Hello everyone and welcome back to Shelly's Millions, where you'll join me on my journey towards becoming a millionaire. Even though right now I'm solely living off of California unemployment EDD benefits, I'm gonna get there, guys, and you're gonna help me and come along for the ride. Each subscriber gets me closer to my financial goals of becoming a millionaire, getting monetized on YouTube. So please go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, share this video, hit that notification bell so that you can come along with me on my journey. And on that journey, hopefully I'm going to be giving you guys some great financial tips that will help you improve your financial situation as well. So maybe you've wondered if you don't want to ask for forbearance if you're a homeowner, which I don't recommend doing personally. This is a good time to say I am not an expert. These are just some of the steps that I'm taking to make sure that I'm financially stable while I'm unemployed. And these tips were really helpful to me, so hopefully they're going to be helpful to you as well. Okay, so I'm not sure how many of you this is going to apply to, but I am a single female homeowner here in Los Angeles. One day I will tell you the story about how I bought my house on that income. I didn't have any outside help, but that's the topic for another video. Today's video is going to address how to potentially save money while you're unemployed, or actually if you just want to save money if you need extra cash right now, a potential couple of ways to save money if you're a homeowner. Now, I don't recommend asking for forbearance. When I called my lender, what they said was that they would delay my loan payments by 3 months, and that at the end of 3 months, on month number 4, I was gonna owe all 4 payments. So for me, that doesn't make sense. Like, why would I have the money in 4 months? If I had the money in 4 months, I would just pay monthly. Like, that's so much money. I feel like that was just gonna dig me in a hole. I think you accumulate interest while your principal's not being paid. I don't know how that works in terms of if you have an escrow account and you still need to be paying for your insurance and your property taxes. So I am steering clear of forbearance. Again, personal decision, that's just what I'm doing. You have to look at what's right for your own situation, but for me, at least right now, forbearance is not a way that I want to go. So this is what I am doing. As somebody who's hopefully doing a financial channel, financial advice, hopefully that's something that you're interested in as well. And so my house is set up on a 15-year loan. I had a 2.75% interest rate, which is incredible. I refinanced my property in 2013 when the rates were that low, and I even wanted to pay off the 15-year loan early. So what I did is, of course, I was on the biweekly payment schedule, which I think instead of paying off the loan in 15 years was going to get it paid off in 13 and a half years. So how that works, if you're in a great financial situation, you just want to pay off your house early. There's pros and cons to doing that, and you want to weigh your own situation on that. But when you do the biweekly payments, you essentially are paying, it's coming out every 2 weeks, so every 20, that's 26 times a year, and it's like half your mortgage payment. So what that is, you know, 26 payments equals 13 monthly payments, but there's not 13 months in a year, there's 12 months in a year. So every year that you're doing the bi-weekly payment schedule, you're making an extra payment towards your property. So I had been doing that, but as soon as I found out that I was unemployed, furloughed to be more specific, and I was looking for ways to save money, and I knew that I didn't want to do forbearance, I decided to ask them to take me off of the bi-weekly plan, and I am now back on a monthly plan. So that'll save you, like, if you were already on a bi-weekly schedule to pay your mortgage, that's gonna save you 1 extra payment a year. And you can usually choose the date that you want to make your payment. So I'm gonna make my payment on the 1st of every month. For me, I was unemployed. I found out I was being furloughed on March 16th. the pay period had just ended the prior Sunday, so that must have been March 15th, 14th. Anyway, so we got a paycheck that Friday. That was March 20th. And so I paid my April house payment on March 20th because the check earlier in March had paid half of the April payment, and the second paycheck in March paid for the second half of the April payment. So that's, they wait till they have like the whole payment to take it out. They don't actually pay half and half. That would be awesome, because then you could apply the first half towards principal and that would be coming, anyway, whatever. That's not what happened. So they wait till you have the whole payment and then they take it out. So I made my April payment on March 20th. I called my bank and I said, take me off of these bi-weekly payment plans, put me on monthly. And so my next house payment will become due on May 1st. So that's one way to save money if you are on a bi-weekly pay schedule, to just maybe cut a little corners and save you a little extra money. So now you're only paying on the first, you're not getting in that extra payment a year, so you're not bringing your principal down faster. If you're on a 30-year loan, you're not going to pay that off early. If you're on a 15-year loan, you're no longer going to be paying that off early, but it should mean some extra money in your pocket. Okay. The very next thing that I did to save money on my home is I called my insurance agent. I don't own the home outright, so everything goes through an escrow company, but you can still shop your homeowner's insurance rates. You can totally do that. So I called my insurance agent, who is saved in my phone as homeowner's insurance, and they were like, hey lady, we sold your policy like a year ago. We're not your insurance carrier anymore. And I was like, what? Because I actually really liked the people that had my insurance. So I said, oh, okay, well, do you have the number to the people that you sold my policy to? They gave that number to me. And I asked them, I said, do you still do homeowners insurance? They said, yes. I said, can you please quote me on insuring my property? Because I might be looking, to come back to you guys. So they said, sure. Then I called the people that they had sold my policy to, and I said, hey, I'm looking to see if there are ways that I can save on my property insurance. Just a little bit of a backstory on that. For me, I used to live in a flood zone. So there were a lot of things about buying this house. And again, I will be making a video on that. It's going to be really cool. That's coming way in the future. Hope, after this whole unemployment situation levels out and you guys aren't needing information on how to save money and stuff like that, we'll get you into how to buy a house. But when I first bought the house, there were so many hiccups, and one of them was they were like, oh, and now you're gonna have this and that, and you're also going to need to pay flood insurance. And I was like, well, how much is that going to be? And I want to say it was over $1,200 a year. So that adds an extra $100 a month to your payment. So I was like, great. I live near a creek, I guess, that has the potential to overflow if there was one of those 100-year floods. However, last year they redrew the flood zone map, and I'm no longer in a flood zone. Maybe it was 2 years ago. Anyway, they redrew the flood zone map, and my property is no longer in a high-risk flood zone, so it's no longer required to carry flood insurance. So when I called my insurance representative, who was still my insurance representative then, so I think that must have been 2 years ago, I was like, hey, yeah, I'm going to drop my flood insurance with you guys, but I felt kind of bad. So I was like, but maybe the property value of my house has really increased. So, I don't want you guys to be totally losing money. That's the kind of person I am, an idiot, apparently, because who wants to be like, oh, I feel bad that the poor insurance company is losing money, so I'm taking one policy away from you, but let's add some insurance money on over in this corner. But that's what I did. I felt bad since I was canceling my flood insurance portion of my policy, and I was like, but let's increase, what else can we increase on the actual homeowner's policy? So I actually insured a little bit extra, as high as they would let me on the property value, the replacement value of the home, and then also I upped the amount of insurance that is covered for contents if something were to happen in a fire. So I knew that I had some wiggle room I knew that I was probably a little bit overinsured, so I knew when I was calling my homeowner's insurance people that there would be some room to cut back those costs. Now, the people that they sold my policy to, I didn't love them, because he was like, oh, if you want to decrease the amount of insurance on the value of the property, like I would need a note from the lender or something. I was like, no, I'm not asking that. I was like, isn't my contents of my house really high? Can't we save some money that way? And like my insurance agent was like, oh yeah, not the one that I like that I'm going back to, but the one they sold the policy to. Like, I shouldn't be the one telling you how to save me money and now you've lost my account, because I also gave that man an opportunity to send me a revised quote with the ways I could save money, because after he looked, he's like, oh yeah, the contents on your house, it is pretty high. So I don't know, insurance agents, I know that you guys are all working from home. It's a tough time for you. People are probably calling, asking crazy things, but I mean, send your clients quotes, because then you risk losing their business anyway. So by lowering the insurance value on the contents of my house, I was able to save $300 a year on my homeowner's insurance. Since that is in an escrow account, I just dropped something. We're gonna ignore that. Since that is in my escrow account, they actually might not give me the money back until the difference, until next year when they review the escrow account. But I also think that you can call your bank if you are saving like significant money on your homeowner's insurance. You can call your lender and ask them to review the escrow account. And if there's an overage, they'll mail you a check and they'll revise your payment. But you want to be careful with that, because they can also review your escrow account and find out that you don't have enough money in that account and ask that you up your payment. So be careful with asking them to review your escrow account early. That's something that they do annually anyway. So yeah, so those are my tips if you are a unemployed homeowner or a homeowner that's just looking for ways to save extra money. You want to first, if you were on it, get off of the bi-weekly payment plan. That's just a way to get extra money in your pocket. It does not actually save you money in the long run, because when you're making that extra payment goes towards principal. So you're no longer getting that extra bang for your buck, paying off your principal early and saving money that way. This is really if you just need cash in your pocket. Taking yourself off of bi-weekly payments and going to monthly payments will get you some extra cash in your pocket. And the homeowner's insurance, you might want to just do that anyway. You can definitely shop around your homeowner's insurance policy to make sure that you're getting the best possible prices, and you can do that at any time. Doesn't necessarily need to be just because you're unemployed, just if you want to save money on your house. So those are the 2 tips that I am recommending instead of forbearance. Thank you for watching Shelly's Millions. I make videos on Saturday and Monday, so make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out, and thanks for watching.